and welcome to Chit Chat Photo Booth with Sharon Reed. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to get to it. Okay, there we go. And let us present. So, I wanted to come and talk about purchasing a photo booth. I'm Sharon Reed, the owner of Focus and Fabulous Events, but also the owner of Chit Chat Photo Booth by Sharon Reed. And basically, Chit Chat Photo Booth is a mentorship and coaching company. We help new and existing boothers grow and expand their business. If you want to do this part time, if you want to do it full time, if you want to make four figures, five figures, six figures, seven figures, you're in the right spot. But the first thing you got to do is purchase that photo booth. We are getting ready. We are almost a month away from the Photo Booth Expo. And if you're like me, I'm a see, touch, feel person. When I purchased my first photo booth, it was at a trade show. And so I want to talk about those people that are headed out to Las Vegas, going to be at the biggest trade show in our industry, which is the Photo Booth Expo 2022. I feel that purchasing a photo booth at a trade show is one of the best experiences ever. You have an opportunity to see, touch, feel all the booths that are available in the industry. You also have an opportunity to meet and greet with the manufacturers and vendors of these photo booths. So let's start there. What is the Photo Booth Expo? The Photo Booth Expo is the largest trade show in the photo booth industry to date. It takes place in Vegas, Las Vegas, Nevada, February 21st through the 24th. You'll have hundreds of photo booth vendors selling photo booths, software, printers, props. There are a wealth of classes. Please make sure you come and see me. I will be speaking on the Tuesday of the trade show event at 1 o'clock. Also, you want to network. This is the best opportunity for you to network with photo booth owners, DJs, meet other owners in your city, meet owners from all over the country and the world. Like I said, this is the biggest trade show in our industry, and you do not want to miss it. So let's get to some tips. First of all, you have to decide what type of photo booth. When you walk into the exhibit floor, you are going to be amazed of one, the size of this trade show floor and the amount of photo booths that are there. So you may have come thinking that you're going to see one particular booth, or you were interested in one type of booth, and then you get there and you start to talk to the vendors and manufacturers and other photo booth owners, and your whole situation changes. That's why it's such a good idea that you go, when you do go, that you spend the entire time there. The first day is a lot of classes and training and networking. And then when the exhibit floor opens, you're able to network and talk with all of the vendors that are there. I remember buying my first photo booth. It was in 2013, and I went to the DJ Expo. There was no Photo Booth Expo at that time. And I had talked with a DJ friend who was interested in the photo booth, but was not ready to spend money, or did not have the capital to start the photo booth business at the time, but was willing to help me. So I went to the DJ Expo, which takes place every year. It's in the summertime in August, in Atlantic City. And they had a number of photo booth vendors there. So what I did was, and what you should do is prep now. You want to go to photoboothexpo.com and you want to look at the exhibitors page and see all of the exhibitors who are there. Each of the icons are clickable. Once you click on them, it'll take you to their page. Don't buy yet because you want to wait for the sales, okay? You just want to know who these companies are, where are they located, what types of booths do they have, You want to know pricing, right? So you can't get bamboozled when you get there. Like, your website said this amount. Um, they have social media pages. You want to go to their social media pages, see if they're active, see what kind of following they have. You want to look at and see the types of booth that they have. So you are not overwhelmed when you hit that floor. You also want to look at the map. When you go to the website, there is a map of where all the exhibitors will be. And then, based off of your research of looking at each of the exhibitors individually, find them on the map so that you can map out your day, because you have 3 days, right? You have 3 days to go onto this exhibit floor. The first day, like I said, it's going to be overwhelming. It's going to be a lot of excitement. Like, they rally us up, get us in a line, and we make a whole lot of noise, and we cheer. We go in there, right? So everybody's excited to go in there. And then the second day, you have all day, right? And then the last day, it's only a half a day, so you don't have a lot of time. That's when you're gonna finish out your negotiations, make your purchases, but don't rush in, right? They want to sell you, of course, but you need to find out who is going to be the best fit for you, who's going to be the best fit for your business. So back in 2013, wasn't a lot of photo booth vendors yet. So it was about maybe 5 to 7 vendors there. I had did my research, right? Because that's just me. I did my research and I honed in on one company. And when I got there, I wasn't disappointed. I saw the booth, but they started asking me questions, buying questions, and I didn't know the answers, or it made me pause. And I said, let me walk around, because I didn't even walk around. I looked at the map. I saw where they were going to be. I went straight to their booth as soon as I got to the exhibit floor. But as they're talking to me and showing me the different features, right, that I couldn't see online, I just saw the great pictures that they took. I just saw the people having fun with it, but I didn't know all the ins and outs. When they open up the booth and let me see what's behind the scenes, when they talk to me about the processes that I would have to do at an event with the booth, how I was going to have to break it down and set it up, how heavy it was, right? I was like, oh, I don't know, caused me pause. So what I did was I walked around. I walked around and I saw the other photo booth vendors. And to my surprise, all the booths don't look the same. There were different styles, different colors, different heights, different weights, different softwares. Like, I didn't know any of this, right? So take your time, do your research. We have a month. Do your research, find out who's going to be in the building, what types of booths. So again, back in 2013, we only had one type of booth. It was a DSLR photo booth. Basically, a camera, a computer, touchscreen, maybe, sometimes not, and it printed. That's it. Now you have DSLR cameras, you have mirror booths, iPad booths, 360 booths, roaming photo booths, robots. Like, there's tons of photo booths that you could buy. So, what's best for your company? Are you a single woman going to be doing this on her own and you have a small car? You can't get a big booth unless you're willing to get a bigger car, find some help, right? And that takes us into a whole nother era. So you want to find out what booth is going to be best for you at this time to either start your business or grow your business. Say you already have a DSLR booth and you want to get an iPad booth. Say you have an iPad booth and you want to get a 360. You need to know who's going to be in the building. So types of booths. So, like, let's go over it. So we got DSLR booths. Those are your high quality image producing photo booths. They come in all different shapes and sizes and colors. There's even going to be vendors there that can help you wrap your booth so you can make it more branded to your business. Then you have that really, really nice mirror booth. There's about 3 or 4, more than that probably, vendors for that. Again, what's the weight on that? Can you pick it up? How do you transport it? Do I need a van? Right? All questions that you need to ask the day of the exhibit. Then you got your 360. Again, all different types. Is it manual? Is it automatic? How many people does it fit? How big is that motor? How long does that motor last? If I need replacement parts, how long does it take for me to receive replacement parts? And believe me, you're going to need replacement parts for that 360. I've only been in the 360 industry for about less than a year. And I've gone through three booths. I've gone through two arms on my latest booth. Um, I've gone through, I don't know how many motors on my second booth. So you really need to know who you're dealing with, what types of mechanics they're putting in there. Are they using brand new parts for your booth? Are they sending you used equipment? Things that are going to break down on you. So you really need to do business with a reputable company. And most reputable companies will be at an event such as the Photo Booth Expo. All right, let's talk vendors. Reputable. You want to deal with a reputable vendor. That means they have integrity. They're not going to sell you something that's going to break down. They're going to sell you something that you can work with for many years, and they're also going to stand behind their equipment. If something goes wrong, they're going to pick up the telephone and talk to you. They're going to get on a. I have a friend who has a booth. Literally, they got on a plane and came to her house and helped her. So you want to deal with people that are going to be your business partners. You need to look at your vendors, your manufacturers as your business partners. You can't do this alone. You can't do this without them. So you want to walk around who you connect with, who has the most information and is looking out for the best interest of you and your brand. All right. Reviews. It's a lot of ways. When you're walking around and you're talking with people, ask them what type of booth do they have. They're going to tell you the truth. They're either there to buy a new booth because the booth they have is crappy, or they're going to buy more booths from the manufacturer that's been doing them well. So this is the best time to network and find out what type of booths are booth owners using. Talk to people. How long have you been in business? Is this part-time for you? Is this full-time for you? How much money can I stand to make in the industry, right? Then they're where you want to be. You need to find out what they're doing. You need to find out what types of booths are they using. How are they transporting? We had a discussion with some of my 360 photo booth owners. How do you get it in your car? How do you roll it into a venue and this and that? So talk to the other owners while you're at the expo. Also, most of the vendors, most of the manufacturers will have social media pages, will have websites, will have Google pages that you can find reviews. People are not afraid to give a review. So you want to, and then take every review with an opinion with a grain of salt, right? Because some stuff is more personal than. But I will always give my opinion on vendors and manufacturers that I worked with. See, touch, feel. The best part of the expo is that the vendors will have the booths there. You get to get in them. You get to take pictures with them. You get to ask questions, like I said. You get to find out what software works with each and why they promote that software, right? So each booth comes with software or it's able to work with different softwares. You need to know that. Um, like I said, it's a huge exhibit floor. You want to try out all the booths. Oh yeah, a booth is a booth is a booth. No, not necessarily. So you want to try out all the photo booths. Look at how they have it set up. Look at how they create the experience for us at the expo, and write it down. Write down things that stick out. Write down things that you think that your clientele will love about the whole experience, not just the photo booth itself, but the whole experience, how you felt at the expo experience in the photo booth. You want to deliver that fun and excitement to your client. One of the most important things is delivery time. I know a lot of people have jumped into the photo booth industry in this last year during the pandemic. I don't know where the money came from, but hey, welcome. And a lot of the manufacturers got overwhelmed. So there were months in between you putting down your several thousands of dollars before you even received your booth, before you were able to even start making your money back. So one of the biggest questions or most important questions you need to ask your manufacturer when you're at the expo is, when will I receive my booth? I remember the first time I bought the booth, um, bought my first booth, I waited maybe about 2 months. And then they were like, it's taking too long. We're just going to send you a booth that we have on stock, have on stock. I remember buying a booth from a company who does a lot of corporate activations, and they had booths that were just sitting in their inventory, and they sold it to me at a discounted price. Talk to those vendors about that. Do they have used booths that they've used? Not that they've sent out and returned from other clients, but they used for events to market their business. A lot of our manufacturers are photo booth owners. Okay, so you want to see if there's a way to get a discount. Maybe you're just testing the waters. You don't know if this is really what you want to do, and you're okay with a used booth. Find out if they have any. You're going to get it at a fraction of the cost. Okay, um, and then what does that delivery look like? If you can stay stateside, I suggest you stay stateside. When you get into that whole overseas freight delivery, uh, my last 360 booth, I went to my manufacturer, picked it up, they put it in my car. That was the best experience. I've had friends who had to have their booths shipped to them, and it came in two pieces. It came broken. It came late. They delivered it to someone else's house. So just anything can happen during delivery. So you want to make sure you talk to the manufacturers about the delivery process and the timing of it, because you don't want to put out, four to five to six to seven to $10,000, and you can't even get started with that particular booth, start making your money back in a good amount of time. Also, don't have cash, you can use credit. A lot of these booths you can buy on credit and pay back as you build your business. So I would definitely look into what is their credit process. If you can buy on credit, how do you apply to finance your photo booth? So I look forward to seeing you at Photo Booth Expo 2022. Bring your purse, bring all of your energy. You're going to need it, but make sure that you move through that exhibit hall, that you interact with all of the vendors, that you test out the booths, that you network with other photo booth owners, and just really, really get the best booth that fits your brand and that is going to work for your company. All right, so long for now.